Never been on this trail before. This is the French River hatchery, but obviously I'm not here for the hatchery. I'm trying to do some rock hounding and maybe some gold panning possibly. The lake is back that way, but there's this trail. If you go down the stairs and cross under the bridge, you walk up the trail a little bit, and there's a like a steel walkway that crosses the little river here, and you hop on this trail, and then you just start going up and up and up and up. And now I'm going up the river here, or going up the short, going up the path here. Never been on this trail before, so this is really cool. Really, really pretty here too. Got my ruck on. Got my ruck on here. Got my pan. Got my ruck on, got my pan. Got my classifier and all that shit, little folding shovel. And yeah, so this would be kind of cool if I can find a little area that might have a little bit of sand or a little bit of gravels or whatever. It's not too rapidy. So yeah, this path is really, really cool. Even if I don't get a chance to do any painting, this is just a really, really pretty path. Really, really cool. No idea where it goes. It's in between, to kind of give you an idea, it's the French River, but this path is in between the scenic drive going up the North Shore and the highway, the bypass. So yeah, I'm gonna go along here more and see what I can see. So see ya. Okay, so I just popped out on the river here. Going down that way. I'm going up this way. Train bridge up there, which is kind of cool. Actually, you know what? There's a little spot of gravel right here. I'm gonna try panning that. I'll let you know what I find. Well, I didn't find gold at that spot. I did a few test pans. Saw a couple of tiny, really super tiny stuff, but I couldn't recover it, so I'm making my way upriver. This spot is really fucking cool. Really pretty. You got the obviously you got the river, the falls here. You got this cool train bridge right behind me. I got my ruck on, freaking walking stick. I feel like a real prospector. So anyway, I'm gonna continue my way up the river here. And I forgot my phone holder that clamps under my walking stick, so unfortunately I gotta do this one-handed. Hopefully the step here, it ain't gonna be too slick and I'll go sliding down the river. Oh yeah, we're good. So, fucking branch right on me. There we go. Just gotta be real careful walking here, because there is some algae on these rocks, but for the most part they're clear. Yeah, I've never been up this path, never been up the river, so it's pretty cool. Ooh, there's some gravels I might want to check out. But I think I'm going to try to check out that sandbar over there. Maybe something around that. See what happens. So, anyway, we'll check back in a bit and let y'all know what's up. So, see you for now. Well, that's about as far as this path goes. I was making my way towards the highway. There's the guardrail up there, you can see it. It's up the hill there. And also that's when I see the river down there take a bend and it starts paralleling the highway. So I'm like, alright, so I'll just follow that, and then right up on top of the hill here I see a roof line. So I go up a little higher, There's a guy's yard, so I don't want to trespass on nobody's property. I'm gonna make my way back down this way and maybe check out that sandbar or that gravel bar in the middle, and then check out a couple other spots along here and just enjoy my travels, because this shit is fun. It's a little steep, it's a little rough. The path kind of disappears and reappears in a couple different spots, so you're going to want to brush up on your ability to kind of track a little bit. Oh yeah, see, there's a roof line right there. So yeah, so that's about it for this path. But yeah, so like I said, you're going to want to brush up on your ability, brush up just a little bit on your ability to kind of see a freshly worn area like moss. Moss is a good example. And, like frequently trampled dirt, at least in the northern hemisphere, that I've noticed, is evidence of either a game trail or human activity walking along. Because as you can see, it almost creates like a green carpeting color. And if you follow it, it leads you to another freshly worn area and fresh broken twigs. So that's a little bit of tracking stuff. A little bit of tracking information. But yeah, I'm going to continue this way. See what happens. Okay, so I'm going to check this little gravel bar here. Here's a little hints, tips and tricks on finding gold. Or at least indicators of gold. One, black sand, which is hematite and magnetite. That's the stuff that literally, that's like the banded iron. That's the stuff that literally creates iron, like iron ore. Okay? But when you're in your river, you want, first and foremost, you want to look for like what's called a low pressure zone. Okay, when water's flowing, see right here, so right there where the water's still, you got a laminar flow, and then there's an obstruction. It's either a crack or a bunch of rocks right there, and when the water goes down, it creates a low pressure zone. And gold, when it's floating through the river, it's going to hit that, and because it's so heavy, it's going to want to sink. So that's why like when I'm running classified materials in my sluice, those little riffles does the same thing. So right here, you know, I'm looking at as the river flows here, okay. But then I come along here, see a rock right there, potential low pressure zone. And right here, where you see a whole bunch of really tightly packed material right here, that creates a low pressure zone big time. So I'm gonna dig in that and classify that and pan it out to see what I can see. Back in a bit. All right, we are back down the river, just about to the lake, and this is that little bridge walkway I told you about. Take the rope steps here, and then get down gently. There we go. And don't worry, I'm not looking at my phone. I'm looking at where I'm walking. There we go. And then there's some helpful steps here. There. So then we go this way. And now there's the bridge. And the lake is right on the other side. Let me go check out the lake. I haven't been here since last year, so, or I haven't been to the lake since last year, so it's been a while. So, back in a bit. Oh shit. Little pieces of driftwood. One of my favorite materials. Well, not necessarily to work with. Well, I mean, sometimes. Made the walking stick out of it, but that's about it. I like to put it in front of my house, because it makes me think my house is like in the boonies or something. It looks cool. So let's see if I can find some cool shit here. Big old pile over there, so let's go check that out too. Ooh, this red dirt right here. That's not dirt. That might be that nice red clay that you can make stuff out of. Oh yeah, I think that's clay. Cool. Might have to grab some of that. Anyway, there's the parking lot over there. Bridge, and then the lake. Really nice day today. This is your ASMR moment. All right, ASMR's over. Back to work. One of the things I add onto my rucks that I design are these external straps, because I'm always finding oddball shaped stuff like driftwood and random things that I want to take home. So it allows me to strap it down to the ruck, and that's all right. That's what I do. I drink and I know things. Okay, so I've been bouncing along the shoreline for a ways now. The parking lot's that way by, I don't know, half a mile or so now. And yeah, it's been going up and down and up and down and up and down over the boulders and the screed. Looking for cool pieces of driftwood. Found a couple real cool pieces over there. So I'm gonna grab those on my way back, strap them to the ruck. Because I think I can call it quits here, or at least for this spot, because I'm not sure how far this goes before it's, I'm not sure where it turns into private property, or if the shoreline is just public property. I'm not sure. So I don't want to piss nobody off. So I'm gonna work my way back that way and check in later. So see you in a bit. You're mine now. No prisoners. Yeah, that's pretty much it for panning at this location, because there ain't jack shit here. So I'm gonna have to go over to Wisconsin over there to do some panning, and legally I can run my sluice. It's kind of cool. So anyway, I'm gonna go back to the truck, download all my rocks and my fucking more driftwood. I get at least 50 pounds here, if not more. Well, 50 pounds of like total, like my shit, like water, first aid kit, food, blah blah blah, and then additional weight that I just fucking insist on carrying, because I gotta pick up every pretty rock I see, because I'm a dork like that. But anyway, yeah, this is a beautiful spot. So I think I'm probably gonna work my way back to the truck. We still got. I might go that way, past the. Once I download all this shit, might go past the parking lot and go that way for a ways, because I'm gonna wait for the sun to go down. Because another thing I like to do on the beaches of Superior, and I found one tiny little speck of it, is look for Uperlite, which is that cool rock that when you hit it with a specifically 365 nanometer ultraviolet or UV light, it glows like a bright orange. I mean, it literally looks like lava, right? And I found one tiny little speck of it, but I also find other rocks that fluoresce. Like I have one little pieces that ones that turn blue, ones that turn purple, ones that turn red, ones that turn like a bright white. There's other ones that glow like almost like a creamy white, like a creamy yellow. There's several of them that when you hit it with the light and you turn the light off, they will glow green for a couple seconds, which is pretty cool. So I'm hoping to find some of that, some more stuff along here once the sun goes down. I've also found uranium glass, which is always cool. You know, glows a bright green because obviously it's Lake Superior. It's been around a long time. People have been around this lake a long time. People have been dumping shit in the lake for a long, long time, and some of that shit washes back up on shore in the form of sea glass. So, but yeah, the truck and download this shit, and then I'm probably gonna go that direction for a ways and see what else I can find. So, yeah. Oh, I got a little piece of this stuff. It's really cool. But there's another big one over here, but it's really like, it's almost sickly looking, but also really cool looking. But I'm not sure where that yellow is. It might be sulfur, maybe, I don't know. But it's like a sickly, you know, green and greenish yellow and purple, like gangreenish rock. But I think I'm pretty sure it's volcanic basalt, just like that stuff right there. That's a really perfect example right there of volcanic basalt. And that's what 99% of all the rock around here is. Well, not well, maybe not 99, but a big majority of all is all volcanic basalt. Then you got slate, which that's a metamorphic rock. But so that's like clay, like kind of like the hills right there. But that's clay that's been compressed, you know, for millions and millions and millions of years. That's turned into fucking rock. That's what they make chalkboards out of. You got different types of quartz. You got different types of different colors of basalt as well. You got reds and you got the blues and you got all kinds of stuff. Yeah, and then obviously you got concretite as well. Broken up chunks of concrete that they use for making, they use it for making break walls and ballasts and ships and all kinds of stuff. But sometimes stuff, it just washes out into the lake. And then these are steel semi, you see there's a little flat on them. But I got a few pieces that they've been completely rounded off, and nice smooth edges. They're pretty cool looking at when they get to that point. So I grabbed a couple chunks of those. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna keep going along here, and if there's anything that catches my eye, I will. I'll keep the camera going for a while. Like another funky looking one right here, and cool one right over here. Yeah, that's kind of neat. I bet that'll fluoresce. Probably that looks like one of those ones I was talking about that it'll like turn blue and purple. So yeah, anyway, I'll keep the camera going for a little while along here, and kind of give you an idea of the terrain. This stuff's really neat right here. It's like it's a volcanic something, but it's really, really hard. So it's kind of almost not agatite, but like a chalcedony, and then but it's really porous. But there's also crystals and stuff in it, so it's kind of neat. So anyway, let me get back out of that. All right, and don't worry, I'm actually looking at where I'm walking, and I'm not staring at my phone, which is a good thing. But I'll just let the camera go. You guys can kind of watch and see what the terrain is like, and give you an idea of what you'll encounter if you decide to come out here. Oh yeah, there's another. There's one of those ones. Like I said, when they get completely rounded off, they're kind of neat looking. Oh yeah, that's another piece. Although it's got a really cool shape to it, but it's still got all the twigs and shit on it. So I want that to wash in the lake for another year or so. So it gets all bleached white and totally rounded off and stuff. It's kind of neat. I love this sound. In case y'all didn't know, this is in case I didn't say, but this is Lake Superior. But shore Lake Superior, it's one of my favorite places on the planet. I could walk along here for hours and just, you know, so many cool colors and shapes and sounds and so many neat things. And it's just, and obviously you get the water right here, especially on a calm day, where it just kind of ripples like that, you know. Very, very peaceful. I like this sound of when you're walking the gravels. That you can hear the rocks rubbing together, but the sound, it travels deeper. So you know there's a depth there. And then back onto the bedrock. Some drift trees. Yeah, favorite place on the planet. Shore of Lake Superior. Come summertime, go up to Gooseberry Falls. I like to sit under the falls. Obviously not one of the big falls, but the smaller one. But that with all that water rushing overhead, the water's a little chilly, but not like bone chilling, like hypothermic, right? But that white noise of just, right? It's like your very own little isolation chamber. Very, very peaceful. It's very very zen. One of my favorite. That's one of my favorite things to do too. Anyway, I'm gonna turn the phone off here, or camera off, and keep on going. All right, back at the truck. Break time. Have some good ass Black Rifle coffee. Freedom the fuck out. Drop off my rock finds. Take a break, and then I'm gonna head over that way. Well, I said I was done for the panning. I can't talk. I'm done with panning for today, but holy shit, I walked this way from the parking lot over that way. There is a fuckload of black sand here. Really black stuff. So I'm gonna do a few. Can't talk again. Do a few test pans. See what I come up with. See ya. Okay. Yep. It's here. Not a lot, but it is here. Found a couple little flakes and a little slug of copper, which is kind of neat because I've never found raw copper before. So that was really cool. I bet it's. So I'm gonna have to come back here, and I want to spend a whole fucking day in this spot right here, going over all this black sand, all this shit here. See what I can find. There's a bunch of it right here. So yeah, definitely coming back here for sure. But I'm gonna ruck up and keep going that way. So that water, I was standing in it for a little bit. Holy shit, that water is cold. It's stingy. Well, while I'm waiting for it to get dark, I'm practicing napping. Found a nice piece of shale here. It's not the most ideal material to work with, but good practice stone. I've got to remember to bring my phone holder next time. I will prop you up with a rock and hope that stays. So, what I got so far, broke it off with this right here. So, I'm gonna make one of those leather pads that goes on the knee. But right now, because again, it's getting skinny-ish. So now I'm just practicing chipping off little pieces to kind of bring it down kind of skinnier. I've watched a few videos of how to do this, and so I figured, now's the perfect time. So I gotta make one of those. Like I said, I gotta make one of those leather pads. This is hard on the knee. but it's fun. See what I'm doing here is I'm kind of taking the edge down, doing it bit by bit, kind of. Essentially, what I'm doing is I use my knee to kind of brace the edge that I want to snap off. I just gotta just barely smack the ends. See, and it starts to create a serration, but it's also starting to kind of take the overall thickness down. So that's kind of what I'm working at. And actually, this piece is, oops, there goes the phone. Actually, this piece is pretty big, so it's probably too big for an arrowhead, but it's decent size for a knife. So I might, there goes this down. So I might just continue working this, and then try to make maybe try to make a handle out of some driftwood here or something. Like I said, I'm just waiting for the sun to go completely down. Because I brought my nods and brought both my UV lights. So there we go. Yeah, brought my knives and brought both my UV lights. So I'm gonna go up and down the beach here and try to see if I can find something cool. See if I can find something cool and phosphorescent. Yeah, it's starting to take shape. It's just little by little. What's kind of cool is when you do this, you really start to get a better perspective on how it was done way back in the day. You know, it just took natural materials and eventually made tools. It's actually kind of relaxing too, you know. Let's see. But yeah, I definitely got to make one of those thick leather pads. I got a bunch of leather at home, so. Being real careful because I don't want to snap this thing in half because I've worked it for about 5 minutes now, and when you kind of pounding on it, 5 minutes it kind of turns into a long time, you know. Real careful. Gotta be real careful. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. See? Be real careful. And ideally, I'd be working with like an obsidian or a chert, something like that. But I don't got any of that around me, so. But I do got some shale, so it's good practice. Definitely gives you and there, that's what I was afraid of. Shit. Alright, well, maybe, but I do got a big ass piece of shale here that I can make another work piece out of, and find another piece here too, so I could kind of. There we go. It's a little small. Yeah, it's a little small. Yep, let's try this shale again. So let's find a spot where actually I need a better pounding stone now, because that piece that I've been working with, or that one I was working with, it's kind of starting to break in my hand. So there we go. Where'd my rock hammer go? Oh, there it is. Oh. Yeah, I think I'll save that piece. That could turn out to be a good spear point. It definitely gives you there we go. Yeah, there we go. Definitely gives you a better perspective on how things were done thousands of years ago, you know. Because it's like, you can read about this shit in a book, you can watch a YouTube video, you can watch a documentary. It's one thing to do all that. It's another thing to actually pick up a couple rocks and just start smacking them together. But then start learning where to pop things. So it's kind of neat learning Well, it's starting to, this stuff, it doesn't retain edge for long, but this stuff, it breaks really, really sharp. So it's totally understandable why they would use it. That piece starting to suck. And the sun is actually starting to go down here. So, I'm going to break out the UV lights here shortly. And the camera doesn't show it, but it's starting to get darker now. I found this place. I don't know what the hell it is. It looks like it might have been like an old harbor or something. But there's just a bunch of like smashed up metal things and cable and crushed up concrete forms and whatnot. I'm sitting on what might have been like an anchor or something. So it's interesting. Cool place though. Alright, well, not Uperlite, but here's something that kind of turns that kind of orangish purple. That's kind of neat. It's a little thing of I'm not sure what. Alright, so what I've got so far, little pieces of soda light, but this kind of cool one. This one, it's got a lot of purple, and then you got a bunch of orange, like light orange that shows up in there, which is kind of neat. So that's kind of neat. But yeah, I'm gonna work my way down the beach and see what I can find. Okay, so this one might be a little too big to carry, but I got a bunch of purple lines that show up, and then as I get closer, that's cool. God, I wish the camera could pick up the purple, because it's really really iridescent, and it's like lines. That's cool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go up and down the beach and then go back to the truck and download my ruck, because I want this. This is cool. That's really neat looking.